seconds, man. Shout out to Crash and Burn, Oos. Thanks for tapping in with your boy, Oos.
Crash and Burn!
Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Crash and Burn. Tonight we'll be going over Survivor Series 2020, and this episode is also dedicated to the one and only Undertaker. And Survivor Series was a pretty okay show. It was solid. It wasn't too bad. Let's get to people's intros. First up,
yes, sir.
Nick.
Hi, everybody. I'm currently in the middle of eating my legally obligatory ice cream, whatever the hell we're calling it. We're going to be reviewing Survivor Series 2020 tonight, going over all the matches and whatever, how we felt. Did we feel shitty about it? We don't know. We're about to find out. Yeah, just pretty interesting show. Anyway, I'll let my other colleagues introduce themselves.
All right, speaking of colleagues, Josh, you come on in.
Hey guys, what's up? It's the only true hate savior of professional wrestling, the man behind the darkest gimmick, the leader of the Dangerous Empire,
and the biggest 5 Nights at Freddy's fan.
Here's to that. But anyways, we're back, Survivor Series recap, and we're also gonna relive the legacy of the dead man. Let's get this started.
All right, Omar, you come on in next, man.
Hello, welcome to Crash and Burn Podcast. We are reviewing all the Survivor Series 2020 and a tribute to the dead man, the legend, the phenom, the Undertaker, and also eating ice cream here.
All right, eat it well while Lucas comes in.
Okay, I gotta say something quick. First of all, wear your fucking mask outside. Bring it out of the way. Wear your fucking mask. First off, and second off, let me say our manners and say hello. I'm here. No psychopath Lucas tonight. He's only there for a special occasion. I made a deal with him. He gave me $20. So,
Really? $20?
No.
Last but not least, she's back. Our favorite queen, Ryleigh.
Yay! I'm so happy to be back.
It's been a while.
Yeah, been a while.
I brought a special guest.
Of course.
I know you guys missed me talking about my obsession, so we get to do it again. And
the last time you did it,
I'm shirtless. Oh. But yeah, and not to mention, we saw Jason cry for the first time when the Undertaker retires. That was pretty fun, so I'm glad to go over that.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Get that part.
I cried
If I
too.
cry on the podcast,
Jason's not the only one. I cried too.
I
Yeah.
cried too.
I cried.
I
I-
cried.
I
I had
cried also. It was...
yeah,
I
we
had
all had a
moisture.
Survivor Series watch along over on Skype in another group chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that was cool.
Yeah, it was great.
Like-
A lot of you had never seen me cry before.
Yeah,
Aw.
I can confirm I had...
I've
I had
never
moist-
seen you cry like that, bro. But
Mm.
it was something to worth crying about. I mean, it was...
Exactly.
There was tons of emotion in that segment, but we'll get to that after we get through the main card.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, pre-show match, The Miz won by last eliminating Dominic Mysterio in an 18-man dual brand battle royal.
Okay. Can I go first?
Yeah, go ahead, Lucas.
Okay. This is a message to Dominic, man. Dominic, you fell for the oldest trick in the book. How the hell did you not know he slide in the DMs like that? But no, he legit got out of the ring, but he didn't get eliminated, which you all know. He thought Dominic won. He didn't fucking win.
No.
That's stupid, Dominic. I know you're a kid. I know you get into the business and all that sort of stuff, but you gotta fucking learn, man. Like, if you gotta be not better than your father, but equal to your father, you gotta learn that shit, man.
True.
So yeah, Dominic, if you start making rookie mistakes like that, man, your career is gonna go down like that. So yeah, SmackDown should have won this thing. I'm so pissed off. They lost by 1 point. I told y'all it's about 1 point.
I didn't keep track this year of which brand wins.
Mm-hmm.
If guys didn't know, this is why Raw won. We'll get into that in a moment. Listen, see.
Oh, thanks for confirming. I didn't know.
Yes, I was
All right,
just
Nick, you go
watching.
next.
Yeah, so obviously Raw won. I'm a little bit disappointed. I feel like Dominic, yeah, he's new to the business and he doesn't need to win all of his matches or whatever, but he hasn't really gotten that big win to really, establish himself as sort of a credible opponent. And this felt like it could have really been that match. So yeah, having the Miz win was kind of interesting. I mean, he already won Money in the Bank, so I guess it does in a way make sense from the win. But
Yeah.
I feel like Dominic deserved it way more than Miz did. So yeah, I'd say I'm definitely disappointed in how that match turned out. To be honest, it was a good match. So a lot of cool spots, good stuff with the Hurt Business, and
Yeah.
some very interesting stuff from Rey Mysterio and Kalisto. I'd love to see more of that. Those two had a nice sequence in there. Yeah, I'd say have Rey Mysterio do a little bit of a run in the 205 Live in the Cruiserweight division for a little bit. Go and converse with those guys and have some insane lucha things or whatever. So, yeah, it was a pretty interesting match. I think it was the wrong finish, but overall, good match.
Yeah.
All right. Ryleigh.
I was very sad when Dominic didn't win because that was my pick to win. And Miz really didn't even need that win because he has the briefcase. I don't even get why he was in that match in the first place because he's missing Money in the Bank. He didn't really need the win. And it did give Dominic the opportunity to show off his talent that he does have. And I'm very upset that he didn't win because I feel like that would have really boosted his push and his career that WWE will hopefully give him. But, it is what it is. Nothing we can do about it now.
I didn't really care about this match really because to me it was just a last minute addition,
Mm-hmm.
and I can care less about last minute addition matches. But congrats to the Miz. It's just a match that existed to me.
Yeah.
Gotta say that.
Omar.
I have to say this, but it was not good at all for out of nowhere when Dominic wins.
There you
But
go.
how the hell Miz escaped? Nobody see Miz win somewhere else when eliminated from out of nowhere too. But no, he touched 2 steps. He just roll out by secretly, and nobody see where the Miz go. And look, there it is. Miz wins, and hopefully Dominic needs to do more better. Even though I'm 1 year older than him.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Josh. You go.
Yeah, I was like, bruh, it's 2020. Like, when does the Miz win? It's not 2011, where he was on top of the charts. I feel like Dominic, for a new guy, he deserves way better. He needs that moment where,
Yeah, you're correct about that.
yeah, he needs that moment where he's gonna get into a rivalry with somebody, and then he'll get that big victory. That's what I hope from, because he's great talent, and I mean, he's already on a rise to becoming one of the greatest. I mean, after Rey Mysterio retires, he's the next thing to hold that name. So I felt like he should have won, but I didn't watch the pre-show because they're boring as of anything. But I went back because good thing for the WWE Network, they let you go back and watch it after it aired. So I went back and I'm like, okay, you have the Miz win when you didn't see him coming. Okay, that's just bullshit. I felt like Dominic had it right there. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It was pointless.
Well,
fuck.
let me go ahead and say something about this.
Go
Well,
ahead.
as I said, well, basically, Dominic felt the old trick in the book. He went under the bottom rope, and Miz was pretty much just stuck with that. So that's basically what happened. Dominic, man, you gotta learn, man. Kids gotta learn these days.
Alright. Alright, well, time for the main card. The 5-on-5 Men's Survivor Series elimination match. Team Raw defeated Team SmackDown.
Man, this is
No,
bullshit.
no.
Bullshit.
Oh,
Straight up
Yeah.
Ryleigh, how about you begin?
This made me so mad, the fact that Raw just basically had a clean sweep. No! It made me so mad, and the fact that kicked off the show really I think SmackDown should have picked that up, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's Vince. It's Vince. What's new?
Nick, you go.
There was a lot of BS in that match that I'm sure everyone can agree with. But I saw some really good stuff in there that I think could really build up to a lot of good in the future. Starting with the BS, of course, was that whole Seth Rollins eliminating himself deal. That was interesting. I don't know what the hell they're setting up with that. I mean, it's like, I feel like we should wait to see where that leads to. I mean, obviously it was kind of stupid, but who knows? There might be some logical reason they may give in the future. But then again, this is Vince after all. When is that ever guaranteed? It was.
Oh no!
He was haunted by the spirit of Paul Bear. Or something.
It was great. Queen sweet.
He was high. God damn it. Yeah. But what I did like was Jey Uso going around and beating the living hell out of everyone for the short amount of time that he was. I really enjoyed that. That kind of gave a glimmer of hope that maybe one day he can get to that top tier level. I really loved that final sequence with him where he was just going super kicking everyone, just absolutely tearing it down. My opinion has absolutely changed over the past few months of Jey Uso and the Usos in general. Like, they are definitely, I feel like I've been overlooking them. We've all been overlooking them for quite a while, as singles guys, at least. But yeah, overall, I think that was definitely a terrible way to open the show in terms of, like we mentioned, that Raw won with a clean sweep. What? God. I'm having terrible English problems. It was not good to have Raw start with a clean slate victory. You should have opened up with something like the women's tag elimination, where you at least had both sides eliminating each other, so you still had that question, that doubt in the air of who could possibly win Survivor Series, But so to have Raw win a clean slate was kind of dumb in that regard. So yeah, overall, it was an match. It had a lot of cool stuff in it, a lot of cool ideas, interesting developments. Looking at you, Seth. But yeah, it was a match that happened. It was cool. Not the best. It was probably one of the worst Survivor Series elimination matches for the Raw vs. SmackDown thing in recent times. Definitely.
Omar.
Okay. First of all, it should have started the men's 5-on-5 Survivor Series match. It would have been either Bobby Lashley versus Sami Zayn, champion versus champion, or Sasha Banks versus Asuka. But unfortunately, I wasn't happy at all with the 5-on-5 Survivor Series match. Even though I saw the Raw team, they still arguing and they cannot work together. I also hated when Seth Rollins had to sacrifice himself one team member and makes 5-4 and went way down.
Oh. Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Josh.
Yeah, this was a god-awful way to start the show. I mean, it wasn't, like, for each brand, their roster choices wasn't bad. I mean, you had for Raw, you had Styles, Keith Lee, Sheamus, Strowman, and Riddle. I mean, that's not a bad lineup. But SmackDown, oh my god, Jesus Christ, they were a mess. I mean, Rollins is the first one eliminated.
They were slow to build up their team, anyways.
Yeah. But I think the reason that Rollins was the first one out, because as you know, Becky Lynch is going to have her baby soon. So
I think they did that in order to have him leave for a bit.
Yeah, and he's going to take time off to spend time with Becky and the kid. Yep. But I felt like you could have had him in the match a little bit longer. Like if
he was there.
Like Rollins got eliminated in it was 6 minutes and 5 seconds. I'm like, bro, come on. But I felt like, I predicted Raw was gonna win because Raw, I felt like they had a better chance of winning, but I felt like SmackDown, they had a decent line, but Jey Uso impressed me in that match. Like for eliminating the three guys, Owens, Corbin, Seth, and Otis, and Jey Uso, the only one standing. I mean, that's just impressive. The way he was like taking it all on by himself, which was fantastic. Like, I'm not used to the Usos seeing them by themselves, but Jey Uso is fantastic on his own. Overall, I mean, Raw was just a clean sweep. Yeah, just sweep on the choppers. But yeah, it was god awful. It was bogus.
All right, Lucas.
This was worse than fucking Crown Jewel. Come on, this was absolute atrocious. What the hell was that? Seriously. I mean, you got Jey Uso that really, impressed me in there and all that sort of stuff, but that was honestly it. A queen sweep. Queen sweep. Like Vince, where is your mind at? Is it up your ass like it usually is?
Probably.
Is it up your balls where Roman sucks at? Like, where is it at?
Oh, you better.
Where is it at? But come on, this is bullshit, straight up bullshit. SmackDown legit deserve better. Like, you got KO. Like, KO, who should have been with this. If this was Prime, KO, they would have probably won the whole entire thing. This is KO now that's just not good anymore, basically. And Jade surprised me, but you have Otis in there? Really? You got like basically Santa Claus in there? Are you kidding me? You got Santa Claus? He looks like freaking Santa Claus. The only thing he's missing is the white beard.
Who did? Wait, who looked like Santa Claus?
Otis.
Otis.
Oh.
You're gonna be new Santa Claus.
It's freaking Santa Claus,
for something
right?
for Christmas?
You're gonna be in Ho 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 3, whatever the hell's friggin' mystery that is.
I know who to ask for Christmas.
Yeah, exactly. You ask Otis for presents. You sit on his lap. I think May does anyways. But we're not gonna get into that. But it's just straight up bullshit. That's all I gotta say. God awful way to start the show. I think Survivor Series honestly was the worst pay-per-view of the year. Honestly.
I don't know. Super Showdown.
Super Showdown and Survivor Series are right up.
I think Super Showdown's way worse, to be honest. But
excuse me, we need the money, and we need a sweet Saudi money to go at it.
This match.
Saudi Arabia
This match
next year.
sucked. I'm straight up with it.
Shut up.
It's
The match pacing of it was slow. It was stupid. Team Raw had a better lineup than SmackDown for this.
I could have said it was both.
I mean, any lineup that has Baron Corbin is obviously going to be the worst lineup. That is a guarantee.
Excuse you? I'm wearing a Baron Corbin shirt.
I don't care what team.
I don't care, goddamn it.
That's my boy right there.
You can have your opinion, Josh, okay?
When have I ever cared about your opinion, goddammit?
Anyways, Josh, to cheer you up a bit, we're going to the next match.
Alright.
The Street Profits. I don't know who's happening here.
Oh, yes.
Defeated the New Day. The Champ vs. Champion tag team match.
Yeah.
It's all
Josh,
teasing.
since you're all horny for them, you can start.
Oh!
Yes! When is the wedding? When is the wedding?
When is the
There's
wedding,
no
Josh?
wedding.
You're keeping it from us.
You're
There's
keeping
no
everything
wedding.
from us,
Shut
dog.
up. There's no wedding. Be quiet. Anyways.
It is.
Liar.
Fire.
Anyways. Oh my god. This match, I was hoping for like something, boring or, but like I was impressed with both these teams, especially the New Day. I like at the very end how they showed respect for each other, and that's what sportsmanship is all about.
You're blushing on the inside. You're bad at hiding it from us.
Because anyway.
No wonder you were on the call when that match was happening. We all know what you were doing.
Yeah, this is why he wants No Nut November, because of the Street Profits. It's obvious.
Anyways, I like how they show respect for each other, and that's what sportsmanship is all about. I feel like everybody was on the Street Profits train because everyone's like, the New Day won too many times. They make Vince too much money. They win 9 tag titles. What's next? 10? 11? 12? I mean, I love the New Day. And I mean, they've won so many titles.
Why do you love the Street Profits more?
Hey, I don't like just one tag team.
Yeah, you do.
Whoa, Josh, that's disrespectful to
Hey,
Street Profits.
Jay,
You can't be
calm
doing
down.
that.
Calm down, buddy.
That's
no.
mean, man.
But anyways, this match is great. I'm not gonna lie.
I knew you would say that.
Bro.
Yeah. Isn't that my response for anything? Because it sounded awfully sexual.
Yeah, but you love the Street Profits more than anyone else.
Okay, shithead.
Okay, David.
Anyways, who would like to go next?
I think Omar would like to go next.
Go ahead.
Oh man, I was hoping that the Street Profits would get the W on the New Day, and I would think that he would come out and he's either going to turn on his own friends or make him go back with Street Profits. Because when I saw the Street Profits looking at Big E, like, I think we're going to have a heel Street Profits anytime soon. When Big E was playing around jokes with Street Profits the other day on Friday Night SmackDown. So nothing happened, but it's a good match.
Okay. Ryleigh.
Yay. Okay, first I want to point out the third gear was freaking awesome.
The New Day?
Games of War? Yeah, it was
Yes,
really
sir.
good.
Oh, thank you for saying that.
Gears of War.
But overall the match was really good. But yeah, like Omar said, I was kind of confused when Big E came out with him because like I thought the New Day split up.
I was confused too.
I get it because both brands were together, but it was
I think
weird.
that was a one-time thing only.
I think that was a one-time thing. But overall the match was really good. I'm kind of glad the Street Profits won because I love New Day, but I didn't want them to win because I wanted SmackDown to win. So I'm pretty glad that Josh's husband's won.
Yay!
Yay! Yeah, it was a really good match. I liked it.
All right, Nicholas.
Yeah, I think this was the way the match needed to go. Definitely, the pacing was great. The match quality was off the charts. Definitely some blemishes, especially with Big E coming out. Like, you just had that entire angle of the New Day are splitting up for the first time ever, and then literally, like, a month later, oh my God, Big E's back with him! My God! I can't believe it! What a weird twist in the pants! And then Vince Russo comes out and reveals another swerve. God damn it. Yeah. That was exactly how the match needed to go. You know, I said it during the predictions that this match needed to be a sort of a pass of the torch moment from the New Day to the Street Profits. Street Profits have kind of filled the position that the New Day have been in for the last few years of being that sort of goofy but really good tag team. And they did. They pulled the trigger on that, and I'm really happy about that. Once again, I'm still complaining that they probably should have kept that match for WrestleMania, as that match was WrestleMania worthy. But, you know, it was what it needed to be, and for that, I respect Cody, at least for that. Not for every other thing, but at least for that. So, yeah, overall, that was a really good match.
Yeah.
Had some shocks, you know, Street Profits kicking out of the midnight hour. I don't know if they're the first team to ever do that, but definitely one of the first times it's happened that I can at least recall. And also them kicking out from the heavens as well. That was another big moment. So, yeah, but I feel like that could have been definitely elevated if titles were on the line and if it wasn't just a champions versus champions match. But you know what? It was what it was, and what it was a really good match, and it was a passing of the torch moment, and hopefully that'll lead to a lot of success for the Street Profits. Who knows? Maybe we'll see that tonight, because as we're filming this, SmackDown is going to be happening in like an hour and 15 minutes. So, yeah, who knows? Anyway, I'll pass it off to the next person.
You can pass off to Lucas.
All right, Lucas, I officially give you the pass to go over this match. Go, my boy.
I got you, homie. I got you. All right, so, I'm chewing something.
Oh, I thought you were ready.
Well.
All right, I'll go.
I was
I'll go to the
I
next
was having
person.
some trolls over here. I was
I'll
having
go
some
to
trolls over here.
I'll go to Josh's husbands then. Street Profits. How'd you feel about this match?
Okay. First of all, the priest of the wedding is going to happen. I'm going to be the priest.
Oh wait, I just got the notification. We have an announcement to say at the end of the episode.
Ooh, okay.
It's about that.
Ooh.
All right. Anyways, all right, chill out. Calm down. My hand goes out, your mouth goes shut. Anyways, I'm gonna say the match was really good. I think Roman and Drew match.
What the hell's going on back there? What's going on over there, buddy?
The hell?
I don't.
All right.
We'll just talk.
Moving on.
Okay.
I just talk.
Anyway.
Okay. Anyways, I gotta say the match was decent. I guess. Actually, it was very good. Actually, I heard myself. And what happened?
I don't know.
Some very good stuff, apparently.
Oh God, I don't want to know what that is. I can't get my words up. This is the second time this shit goes wrong.
Freak this every time. Every time something goes wrong.
It does. Anyways, the match is pretty good. The Street Profits deserve to win this. You know, I did the New Day and all that sort of stuff, but I changed my mind. Actually. So I put the Street Profits to win this one. So that is, I think, 1 for me. So, yeah, this is a decent match. Great match. I think this is probably match of the night between that or Roman. So we'll get to that in just a moment. I'll say my opinion about that.
Ah, yes. My plan worked, god damn it.
Yes.
I got Roman over finally, for God's sake.
Yeah. No wonder why he sold posters, DVDs, and even billboards.
Watch gonna make like sex toys or Roman Reigns. Just watch.
I can finally sell those Funko Pops, for God's sake. For them shirtless, yes.
Oh.
You know how Ryleigh's gonna be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Ryleigh's gonna be so horny over Roman.
Oh no.
Oh,
And
I'm worse.
Good God.
okay, let's get on back on track here.
Ciao. Anyways.
Back on track.
Solid match in my opinion. My picks won. I know Josh is happy.
Well, here's one thing that I had in mind, like before the Street Profits came up to the main roster.
What is it? What is it?
You know what I actually thought when the Street Profits came up to the main roster? I'm like, don't make them into jobbers. I mean, they're NXT talent.
Or else Josh will go into crying mode.
Oh,
Josh.
Man.
he's jerking off or crying right now. Nobody hit him up.
Josh will leave for AEW. Josh will leave for AEW and go to the friggin' private party.
Oh hell yeah!
Hey, I met them in person, and they're really mad.
You met the
really
Street
cool.
Profits in person.
No, I said private party.
Oh, you got them as well. Huh, very
I
interesting.
didn't meet the Street Profits. I met private party though.
I know how much you want to meet them. Okay, I know.
Shut up.
Okay.
Anyways.
guys.
But I can't shut up because the next match I'm about to say right now.
Go ahead.
Bobby Lashley defeated Sami Zayn in a champion versus champion singles match.
Oh, let's do this one.
That was just easy.
Anyways, everyone settle down. So, ladies first, Ryleigh.
Ugh, this was a snooze fest for one. I'm 0% interested in whatever this Hurt business is. I don't even know what this is. But anyways, who won? Oh, Bobby Lashley. That's right. I wish Sami Zayn would have won because he has a lot more talent than Bobby Trashley.
Bobby Trashley.
Sorry. This Hurt business is like garbage.
Alright, Omar, the Lashley versus Zayn match.
Oh.
Hello?
Omar. Oh no. Omar?
Yeah, I'm calling you.
Oh, sorry, because I was on the Wi-Fi.
Oh, Wi-Fi. Okay.
You sound like completely, son.
Yeah, we're talking about Lashley versus Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
It was a squash match. I already know. So I knew Bobby Lashley's gonna win, even though the Hurt Business interrupted Sammy. Sammy was this close getting disqualified, even though Bobby's gonna still win it.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Josh.
Yeah, it was so damn boring. I mean, Sami Zayn was just a chicken the entire time. I mean, he was just yeah, he was like this. I'm standing on the outside of the ring. I'm not gonna get in the ring until everything is safe. Don't judge me.
Josh
I'm the
is
Intercontinental Champion. Okay, but Sami Zayn, okay, you could have stayed
It's
in the
time
match.
for the Josh rants.
But overall, I mean, Lashley won, which was kind of obvious, but it was just a snooze fest. Like SmackDown sometimes. It's snooze fest.
Agreed. I saw this coming. I knew this was going to be a squash match in some.
But I like that the Hurt Business that got involved. I mean, because
That's
they're
my
the best
take on
thing.
that match.
Here's the thing. Vince, I don't know what you're doing back there, but make the Hurt Business the Raw Tag Team Champions. That's all you gotta do.
Oh,
Agreed.
true.
The Hurt Business, they're one of the best things to happen to Raw.
Yeah.
Because
But
I
no.
like the heels.
But now, we're gonna keep the titles on the New Day for 10 times.
Okay,
All right.
well, Nick, you go next.
Yeah, I was praying to the god that Vince hates so much that
Oh, I hate you.
Thanks, Vince. I was hoping that this wouldn't be like Money in the Bank 2018, and it turned out somehow even worse than Money in the Bank 2018. Go figure. God, Hurt Business has been probably one of I think is one of the best things that's happened to Raw. Like in terms of the career, Ryleigh, I'm sorry, did I offend you? As I was saying, I feel like Hurt Business had really good in reinvigorating the careers of Lashley and Benjamin, and especially at Cedric Alexander. Like they've really been
Agreed.
Like they weren't doing much or anything. They were being booked pretty terribly, in my opinion, before MVP came along and made the whole group. And now that they're a unit, they've been nothing but spectacular. They work really well together. Their MVP being their sort of promo guy has been absolute gold every time they're on screen. And so I was hopeful that because of that alone, that this match would have probably been carried by that. But I assumed wrong. And it just was another pretty boring match, to be fair.
It was just a match that existed.
Yeah, it was a match that existed. Zayn, could have done more, but that did not happen. So,
But I can give a little less of a shit for this match.
Yeah, overall, this was the worst match of the show.
And it was also the shortest one.
Yeah, go figure.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
Yeah, buddy. Wait, go, buddy. How long did it take you to figure that one out?
It took me 20 years.
Wow.
Damn. That's longer than I've been alive. Wow. That was a really long time, buddy. Yeah, so overall, terrible match. Hope we can see better from both guys. And, get your S together, Vince, for God's sake. I know you're focused on those Roman Funko Pops, but please put your attention in other things. Please. No, not our truth, God damn it. We burned the idea to the ground. For God's sake.
I saw the gobbledygook.
Get the gobbledygook out there, for God's sake.
Everyone be quiet.
Almost dropped.
Guys. Settle down. Josh, sorry, but I have to do this while Lucas can go.
All right.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you so much. I gotta say the match was just easy and simple. I really didn't care about this match, to be honest. I was just honestly dazed off, probably sleeping.
I was playing Minecraft.
I'm not Jason. I'm not playing no damn Minecraft. What are you talking about? But I don't think I'd say the match is honestly just existed. Like it's just Bobby Lashley just basically killing Sami Zayn. Like this is
Pretty much a
obvious.
killing match.
You know, this is basically like if you put a VR game on easy and it's like the game is like so easy, but once you get on the difficulties, like the hard difficulties, that's kind of hard. So that's all I gotta say. It was an easy difficulty for Bobby Lashley. He just killed the man. So Sami Zayn doesn't deserve to be IC champion, to be honest. Like I feel like somebody else, maybe Kevin Owens should be IC champion because I feel it would give it the relevance that it needed to be deserved. Even though, let's just be honest, the last time the Intercontinental Championship was relevant was the Miz. It was simple as that.
I like actually to comment.
Yo, what's up?
Like, I agree with you on the point that the Intercontinental Championship hasn't felt relevant in a while. I think they were definitely going in the right direction with the Intercontinental Championship tournament and that amazing match that Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles had. Like, AJ Styles was the closest in a long time the Intercontinental Championship has felt to being relevant. And if I were to pick an Intercontinental Champion, like, yeah, I think Kevin Owens would probably be a really good candidate to make it relevant, but I feel like to get some attention on the belt, to get some people looking at it and being real interested again, I'd actually give it to someone who's never had it before and someone who I think would definitely deserve a singles title. And I think a really perfect candidate for that, he's a really good choice, but I think he's more. My choice actually would be Chad Gable, honestly. Somebody who could have. Yeah, somebody but because he's now done with that, I'm pretty sure. He's not doing the basketball thing. He's got this Alpha Academy, whatever thing's going on. That someone that can have a great match with absolutely everyone, which is what the Intercontinental Championship was meant to do. It was meant to be a championship for the workhorses, for the guys who can go out there and have an amazing match every night. And Chad Gable is absolutely that talent. And so I'd say, like, put the belt on him and have him, like, probably do a Cena thing, have an open challenge every week, have him go against like all these guys who don't get enough television time. Like maybe that's how you introduce some NXT guys. You bring him in like that, have him go against guys like Kyle O'Reilly. Could you imagine those two having a match?
Hell yeah.
Chad Gable like invade Raw one day. Like SmackDown's freaking dumb. I'm gonna go invade Raw and see I can fight there. And then he fights like Ricochet or fights friggin' Keith Lee. Goes against all these other guys. Has absolutely insane matches. Like I would freaking love that. Give relevance to the Intercontinental Championship. Give relevance to Chad Gable that he desperately needs. And just reinvigorate this title and make it mean something and make it possibly the most meaningful belt that is not a world championship, which is what the Intercontinental Championship is supposed to be. So that is my rant on the Intercontinental Championship. Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, one thing I like to say, like, I like to agree. I agree with that, Lucas and Nick. So, like, yeah, Chad Gable's definitely a great choice for that. But and a lot of the other talent, like who hasn't had time on TV, definitely deserve that because Sami Zayn's making that title into a joke. Kevin Owens is a great choice because they're not doing anything with him at the moment. And I'd say if you want to put a title on something, I give Shinsuke another title run, but actually use him like you're gonna actually make him a main event star.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
Or like put it on Cesaro or put it on somebody.
Yes. Finally do that. Or another good guy, I'd say Mustafa Ali. Put the belt on him. Another guy who totally deserves that. Oh, yeah, Lucas. I see you need to make a point.
You said it wrong. It's Mustafa Ali.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for
whatever the heck his name is.
Yeah. The Hacker. Duh. And then next week his name... next week, his name is going to be that guy who runs Retribution, whose name is some weird friggin' I don't know cruiserweight name. We don't know.
Mustafa Ali.
Yeah. Oh, Lord. That's totally acceptable in today's climate.
Ali Mustafa.
That's gonna sell some shirts, damn it. and some paper plate masks.
Retribution for the win.
All right.
Exactly.
Let's just let's move on. Let's go move on.
Yeah.
Sasha Banks defeated Asuka in a champion versus champion match.
Aha, called it.
Yeah, Omar, you go first.
Riley's happy.
Oh man, I thought Oscar would win this, but it didn't work. Sasha, good job. Even though both women have respect,
All right.
and now it is time for Carmella to go after that belt.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm down to see that. All right. Ryleigh, since you're happy.
I'm very happy.
Good
I
job.
expected it as always because, as you know, Sasha is ready for Asuka. And I'm just hoping that after this, they can actually give Sasha a successful title reign because when she was Raw Women's Champion, she never really got that big title reign. Like, she literally lost it like 3 weeks later. So I'm hoping that Carmella doesn't take it from her. But I'm very glad that Sasha won, as she should. Yeah.
Yeah. I predicted Asuka in the predictions episode, but I honestly don't mind Sasha winning because Sasha was ready for Asuka,
Damn
and then
right she was.
hopefully they give her a longer reign because she always loses on the first defense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Lucas.
What did I say? I told the podcast, I told them that Sasha was ready for Asuka. I told y'all. But some of y'all, I guess Sasha's kind of like, gets kind of whiny all that sort of stuff ever since her return and complaining about her 2K rating and all that sort of stuff. But we're not going to get into that. But, the matches, I think the best match probably at SummerSlam, probably. If I think it were Extreme Rules, maybe. I'm not sure, but I feel like this match could have been a little bit better. A roll-up, though, it is what it is. But I'm glad Sasha won. I picked Sasha to win because it's a person, honestly, that deserved it. Because Asuka's been champion for a while now, and Sasha just became champion, at Hell in a Cell, and she hasn't been the best champion at Raw, as Bayley, because she knows that after she roasted her. But yeah, I would just hope she gets a longer title reign. She had, it's funny. She had not had a long title reign ever since NXT. As I started to notice.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All
right. Nick.
This was a good match because it's Asuka and Sasha Banks. What the hell do you expect? Sasha, obviously it was obvious that she kind of needed to win considering she just won the belt. But I'm so pissed off at how they've booked Asuka over the last few years. Like, I feel like it's unforgivable how much they messed her up after she came from NXT. Like, she should have won.
She was undefeated on NXT.
She should have won against Charlotte and held the title for at least a year, maybe a year and a half. Just friggin' have a stranglehold over that title because she was the only believable person, the only believable woman to have helped to hold that title for such a long amount of time. Like, I think a reason why a lot of people don't like the Bayley title reign isn't because she's a bad heel necessarily, but probably because she isn't a believable person to hold the title for so long. Asuka, however, just had that aura that she could not be beaten, that she was the Mount Rushmore, the Mount Everest, if you will, of the women's division, that after all the rigorous tasks of beating all these other women and climbing all the way to the top, that she was the final summit, that if you did not hold on tight, you were going to fall all the way back down. And she was a hurricane practically. And they just messed her up.
Yeah.
And started with Mania, and she just has never recovered, and I don't think she ever will from that. And it's starting to happen again with Shayna Baszler, and that is pissing me off even more. Like, could you like that? I feel like would have been the dream encounter for WrestleMania. An undefeated champion Asuka against the challenger from NXT, Shayna Baszler. That the only reason that these two women have not fought is because they were not on the same brand. Shayna Baszler only came to NXT just after Asuka left. And they want to prove who is truly the most dominant women's wrestler in WWE history. That could have been a Mania main event alone, those two. And God, they just ruined her. And it's mind-boggling how they were able to do that. So yeah, obviously Sasha should have won this because she was the one who just won the title, but God. It should have been Asuka. It should have always been Asuka. So
Yeah.
that's
Alright.
my whole thing.
Alright, Josh.
Yeah, I predicted Asuka on our predictions episode. But I was very surprised. I mean, I knew it was boss time, and I'm a huge fan of Sasha. I mean, Sasha's one of the best women wrestlers out there. But going for what Nick said, yeah. Shayna Baszler and Asuka, both of those two. I mean, Asuka, when she came up to the main roster, yeah, they put her in a match against Charlotte Flair, and she lost, because, the queen, all that good stuff.
I'm gonna put that Flair name out there.
Yeah, because, the Charlotte Flair is overrated. But, like, here's the thing. You have Asuka come up from NXT undefeated, and then you turn her into a joke. Like, you have to look and see what they do in the minor leagues, because NXT is like the minor leagues and WWE is like the major leagues. It's kind of like baseball. You go from minor to major. But, like, Shayna Baszler, too. Once she came up to the main roster, they ruined her as well. And I was saying, if you guys don't remember WrestleMania, Becky Lynch and Shayna Baszler for the title. Becky legit said, I don't mind losing and putting Shayna over. That's how much Becky wants to see new talent rise to the top. And but Vince like, no, you're giving the title. No. We're not
I don't care if you're giving birth, for God's sake. Bring her win the match. Coward.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say, like. But overall, I was happy for Sasha. I wasn't expecting Sasha to win, but at the same time I was, but good for Sasha. Hopefully she keeps that title long enough. And I feel like, Carmella is going to get that title at some point, not right now. Because what are they even doing with her, huh? Do we even know?
Like, they were doing the vignettes for a while, but I don't know if they've kept continuing. They just stopped them for a little while, and then all of a sudden Carmella showed up. I don't know.
Anyways, it was a great match. Yeah.
All right. Next up, we had the 5-on-5 Women's Survivor Series elimination match. Team Raw versus Team SmackDown.
Oh man, I got one thing to say.
Why?
All right, everyone, settle down. Ladies first. Ryleigh.
I'm kind of happy that Lana was the sole survivor because I feel like she deserved to have that after going through the table 9 times. I feel like it was just right. But then again, Bianca Belair, I was so mad that she didn't get back on there in time. I feel like Bianca needs a push because she is so good. She's so underrated, and she showed up in that match, and she showed the world how good she really is. So I feel like they really need to push her. But I'm not mad that Lana was the sole survivor.
My plan to make her a likable babyface worked. Yeah. They've laughed at me when they said you can't make her a babyface by putting her to a table 20 times. Suck it, board of directors. Kiss my ass.
All right, Omar, you're up next.
Well, this was the craziest thing I ever seen from the women. How would Bianca Belair leave Nia? She couldn't go as soon as possible back in the ring before hitting 10 count. And see Lana standing there? She didn't do anything at all. she would have been winning. But even though her streak of getting hit the table, it's over. That's all. Now, from Oscar for her, I think they're gonna make a couple friends for a while. Everything, even though if the thing's gonna go well or not.
All right. Josh.
Oh God, where do I begin? Jesus Christ. Yeah. What the fuck? Really? Lana is the sole survivor by just standing there and doing nothing. Now, does that prove anything?
No, but I have a better idea.
What is that, Vince?
I'm gonna make her go to the table 100 times. Because her dumb, stupid husband, Rusev, went to AEW. Now that pisses me off. Please stay and be a jobber. I'll pay you more.
Yeah, because that's what he wants. That's why he puts her through a table 100 times. Because Miro went to AEW. And that's Lana's punishment. It's not her fault. I mean, hey. But the match itself...
WWE is just so sensitive nowadays, then.
But Bianca Belair, she is the fucking best. If you don't like Bianca Belair, there is something completely wrong with your brain, Davids.
Alright, Ezekiel.
Yeah. Bianca Belair is the best talent going right now on SmackDown. Besides Sasha Banks, and pretty much, I hope she gets that title. Because Bianca is title worthy. And you better not treat her like trash. Because Bianca is title picture worthy. And you know what's stupid, though? She hasn't won the NXT Women's title. And they fucked her over that many times. I would have liked to seen her with the NXT Women's Championship just once. But that didn't happen. Yeah, thank you, Triple H. But I'm not going to blame Triple H because you're better than Vince McMahon. But overall, I mean, Lana got saved. She got lucky. She didn't go to the table once, like Ryleigh said. I mean, but Nia Jax, here's a tip for you. Learn how to wrestle and stop hurting people. You already done enough damage to yourself by jamming your head into the steel steps on Sunday. But overall, this match was just bogus. I mean, I was hoping SmackDown got it, but...
And again, clean sweep.
It wasn't a clean sweep. It wasn't a
No.
clean sweep.
No, SmackDown won like 3, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah, they won like 3. So they were the brand that pretty much won this match. Like, pretty much won the primacy.
Yeah. And I don't know why you say clean sweep there, man, but, just say what you gotta say, I guess.
That's what Vince thought. He's like, yeah, clean sweep. Come on, sweep them off.
Anyways, Lucas.
Okay, let me put my hat on. Man, this is better than the men's, in my opinion. That's all I say. This is better than the men's. The men's absolute bullshit. More bullshit. You got one that kissed. Oh shit, my phone went lit. You got one that kissed legit. Bobby Lashley. You got someone that kissed Bobby Lashley in front of Rusev. And it basically, the fans got onto him, and it basically caused all this shit. And I don't blame. I don't blame her, because I would have fucking killed Lana for that shit. If she did that to me, I would fucking killed her. But, have her the Soul Survivor? You could have Bianca Belair as a Soul Survivor. That would have been great. That would have been great.
Yes.
But no! You have to put Lana. She, one thing she is famous for is a post TikToks and legit post, but her in a bikini on Instagram. That's the only thing she is famous for, and of course being Rusev's wife.
Pretty much.
Of course.
I mean, what do you see? She's hot, but she's a
I don't care if she's fucking hot. She don't know how to wrestle. I don't fucking care.
Yeah,
she's just there to be a beauty face. That's all.
Yeah, did I stutter, Vince? Did I stutter? No, I did not stutter. And I'm not going to stutter.
Lita put her through a table.
But anyways, It should have been Bianca, man. That's all I gotta say. Just fucking move on.
All right, let's move on to Nick's take on this match.
Yeah, I don't think there's an opinion that I haven't heard on here that I disagree with. Yeah, like, first of all, Bianca. For God's sake, she should have won. But, you know, it's not like this hasn't happened before. Like, this is a common trend in Survivor Series matches, you know, that it's like the baby face is like 1 against 3. He or she gets like 2 eliminations, whatever, but at the last moment he or she loses. Like, we've seen this before in other matches, but I don't think it should have happened in this match. This was definitely like the match that you should have put Bianca over. This was like the Dominic Mysterio thing earlier on. Like, this was the match that she needed to win, and they didn't pull the trigger, and that just feels like we've been cheated out of it. Like, they should have had Lana, like, I don't know what they should have, like, maybe have Lana give a bit of a showing against Bianca, like, get the confidence to that, and then Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler screw her over again, and then... But no, don't even do that. God, you should have just eliminated Lana earlier and just had someone else in there with them, like freaking Lacey Evans or whatever, and then just have Bianca beat them all up. Like, eliminate Shayna by friggin' disqualification, have Nia Jax go out by count-out, and then just have Bianca kill Lacey Evans. Protect the tag champs, but give Bianca someone to beat the hell out of and legitimately beat. But they didn't do that. They just delayed the inevitable, which is Bianca becoming a big star and eventually winning the title. But this was the match that they should have done it with, but they didn't. And God, I'm just so pissed off at this card. Like, I don't agree with the statement that this was better than the men's match. This is worse than the men's match, in my opinion, simply because of that finish. Like, at least with the men's match, you know, you had Jey Uso coming back at the last minute to do all that. But with this one, it didn't feel believable because it really felt like Bianca had a chance. Jey Uso, you know, he didn't have a chance to beat all of them, but he still gave a hell of a fight, and that felt believable. With this, it didn't feel believable that Bianca would somehow still lose. It, like, for her, it did not feel like that just didn't feel... God, I'm so pissed off. I'm so pissed off at this show. I liked a lot of things in this show, but I'm so pissed off at it. Overall, not so good match. Terrible ending. Please, I need to move on from this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, this match, I didn't really enjoy it. Raw with the worst lineup had to win. Really. That's stupid. Especially Lana being the sole survivor. She did nothing to deserve that win. Bianca Belair was close to winning at some points during the match, but Lana still had to freaking win.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
But straight up bullshit.
SmackDown had the better lineup, and so that's why I went for them on the predictions episode.
Exactly. That's why I went for SmackDown on that episode. Here's the reason why I went for SmackDown too. Then the reason why I went for SmackDown for the men's is because of the chemistry. For the women's, it's because of the lineup is more stacked. But no, you got to get the one more dysfunctional and all that sort of stuff. Just come on, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
Move on.
Anyways, you know, fuck this match. Let's go to the main event, which I know Ryleigh's gonna be happy for.
Oh yeah.
Oh God,
me
she's
too.
smiling her face. All right, Roman Reigns defeated Drew McIntyre in the championship singles match.
Ryleigh, you go first.
Ryleigh, you go first, please. I know you're getting all horny right now.
Oh, come on, man.
Okay, well, besides the fact that Roman was shirtless and I couldn't take my eyes off him, the match was amazing. I was
Oh, I
drooling
knew
the
you were
whole
gonna say that.
time. I was swimming in my own pool of drool after that match, but you know. Overall the match was amazing because like when we first got Roman versus Drew, Roman was the face and Drew was the heel, but this time the roles were reversed, so it made the match like 10 times better. A lot of people were like, "Oh, this is so boring," but like it was so good, and I loved it, and I love the ending in this Roman shirtless. But you know. weird. I'm very
Well, okay, I had to teach you about this, but I won't be surprised if you went to Roman and you got pregnant somehow.
Look
It's gonna
Whoa.
be 9 months and like 2 twins comes out.
No.
Bro, calm down there. You're going too far there, Lucas.
No.
Yeah,
Lucas.
stop whining. Stop
Lucas, I
whining.
do weird things with Roman all the time, but that just fucked up, man.
Ryleigh and Roman sex tape coming out Pornhub soon. Be ready.
Whoa, no.
Oh, they go on.
Between Josh and the Street Profits.
How many ships does this freaking podcast have? Dear God.
This podcast has like 6 million ships.
And a movie, apparently.
Of course, when it's me and Sam.
Shout out to Kyle.
Shout out to the boy Kyle.
And Francis. Hi.
Shout out to Wyatt. And there, of course, Evan's cat. Shout out to Evan.
Yeah,
and my cat. And shout out to my cat. Yes, sir.
And shout out to Josh, wherever he is.
And shout out to Antwan and Steve.
I thought you were in Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria.
Listen, David.
What's up, shithead?
Oh God, this is gone bad.
Don't make me come
I'm
over
out
there.
of here. Bye.
Alright. Listen, Josh.
You make Lucas walk.
Don't make me come over there, young man.
Alright, let's get back to what we were on.
Hey, Evan.
Alright, well, Omar, you go next.
Holy shit. This was an awesome main event between two men, Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns. It was epic. I root for Roman because Roman is always directing everyone.
Oh my God.
Yep. There you go. The big dog has the power.
Oh my
Wait, Ryleigh, hold it for a minute.
Yep, time to get the friggin'
Okay.
thumbnail achieved. There we go.
Don't worry about why I took that picture, guys. Ryleigh knows why.
Here's an even better picture for you.
It's the big dog.
God damn it.
Oh my God.
Okay, Omar, keep going.
Well, that's the only thing I can say that both men are epic and the match was awesome. So I knew the Roman's gonna win this, even though Jey Uso comes out, kicks Drew McIntyre more than 2, and Roman spear him, and maybe after that he Superman punched him. That's when the match went.
Alright. And I saw Ryleigh just now kissed Roman.
What? God damn it. I knew this was going to happen.
I have my Roman figures right here.
Oh, shit. Ryleigh's having a great time in her return.
Oh, great. Now everyone's a simp for Roman Reigns. Dear Lord.
Oh, Ryleigh's the real simp for Roman.
Yeah, true.
Exactly. This is. I told you it's going to happen, guys. As I said just earlier, it's going to happen. Just be ready.
Okay. Okay, I must say I enjoyed this match. This one picked up for me as it went on. It started out slow for me, but it picked up.
Yeah, it did.
And it gained my attention back to the show fully.
Yep.
All right. Josh.
This was a very awesome match. These two killed it. Roman as a heel is fantastic. Drew, I'm happy he got the title back. Knowing a certain someone named Wyatt, who is very upset about that result.
Oh, he's going to cry. He's probably thinking about it in his sleep.
Yeah, but the thing was, the match was great. It had so much amazing action towards it, especially Roman Reigns put on an awesome performance as always, because, that's Vince's favorite. He's Vince's number one, so he's got to stand out on top. And yeah, I mean, Roman as a heel, he wrecks everyone he leaves, he shows up and wins, and he's the head of the table. So, I mean, everybody asked for this. They said, oh, we want to heel Roman Reigns. Well, you asked, you received. You got it. But you knew that was coming either way because he's been a babyface he was a babyface for, the last month. And, Drew hasn't been the babyface that long either. I mean, he's been a babyface since his first championship run, but we'll see how far this goes with Roman Reigns as the Tribal Chief. I mean, he's the best thing going on SmackDown, if you could agree with me. I mean,
Yeah.
like that whole Tribal Chief gimmick is so great. But yeah, I love that new submission he does, whatever that's called. Well, but yeah, the match
It's
was
the tribal
great.
lock.
Tribal lock. But definitely it picked up from that shitty first match. But Vince would like to give his thoughts on that match. So go ahead, Vince.
Oh my god. You had no idea what I was experiencing. My god, Roman Reigns makes me tons of money. I loved every moment of it. That's my thoughts.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say that Vince and Riley are so similar because they both are sent for Roman. Vince and
I
Riley are so
love
similar.
Roman.
Vince and Riley are best friends.
Hell no.
Exactly.
Best friend.
I'm best friends with Roman Reigns.
Okay. Lucas, you go.
Okay, I'm gonna say that Vince and Roman and Riley and Roman are basically friends with benefits. Basically, I'm gonna say that right now.
Ooh. Ooh.
So, anyways, I'm gonna get to the match. Pretty good match. You know, started pretty slow. I kind of disliked it at first, but you know, looking back at it, you know, it's better than the shitty first match of WrestleMania 35. Even though it's Roman's return, but the match
Oh,
is
yeah.
so shit. Like, come on. But I think this match was really good. It picked up for me when Roman would just Samoan dropped him through a table and a spear. Then that's what started. We picked up a little bit.
Yeah.
So I really think it's a great match. And I know Riley's happy about the win. You know, obviously she is. So we all fucking know about it.
Yeah.
And we know what happened after the match. Not going to say I can make it demonetized, but you know, we all know. And, yeah, I didn't start it, did I? I didn't start it.
You did not stutter one bit.
Not tonight. Not tonight.
Child, anyways.
Nah, he's mad. You just mad. You spilled your ass. That's
Nah! You don't know what I do in my free time. You don't know all the details. Could be more than what you think.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. But this is me and Riley in a nutshell. We go at each other all the time. This is me and Riley in a nutshell.
I know. It's what we do.
This is us in the nutshell. We always go at each other and tease like we just everybody else. They tease me, we tease Riley, we tease Josh, we tease Jason, we tease all of them. That's what we do. So
We tease everybody here in the podcast.
But great
It's all
match
for good
overall.
laughs.
Match of the night. I'm gonna say great overall match of the night for me. And yeah, overall the show gets a 7. Like it's just not, it's okay, I guess.
All right, Nick.
Yeah, I was excited for this main event, you know, especially if it involved Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. You know, I think it's just getting old at this point. The gimmick of the World Championship at least changing hands once in the lead up to Survivor Series that, oh my God, it's a twist. It's not the match that was advertised before. That's getting kind of tired out. So I think you should stick to the billing for once. Yeah, and also that was the most useless championship reign since I don't know when. There was no reason to have Randy win the title and then for Drew to just win the title back. There was no point to any of that. But yeah, the match was really good, and it was definitely one of the matches of the night. You know, slow build up was what it needed to be. You know, most of the night was a lot of fast-paced action, so to have a slow start to a match to get to that fast and adrenaline rush of a climax was really necessary, I feel like. And yeah, right person went over there, definitely. He still made Drew look strong, which is something that WWE fails to do with a lot of their talent, especially now. But I'm still going to say what I said in the predictions, either the Crash and Burn one or the Tuck Your Chin one, whichever one, that the Brand vs. Brand Survivor Series is completely useless and it can hurt everybody who's involved in it. Just still putting that out there. There's no point to do it if there's nothing on the line. So, yeah. Overall, this was a really interesting show. You know, it wasn't the worst show of the year. Super Showdown gets that by the longest of margins. But yeah, it was definitely not the best show. I'll give it, like, I do a whole star system, whatever. I'll give it, like, I don't know, 2 3/4 stars or whatever. That was out of 5.
All right. Well, that was it for the Survivor Series review. Now the last segment was emotional. Thank you to The Undertaker.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank
Yes.
you, Undertaker.
So how about So what is everyone's favorite match from the Dead Man? Omar, start with you.
Well, I love it. The Undertaker versus Triple H.
Okay,
This one.
at what event?
And I also love the Undertaker versus what's his name? Think Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels.
Okay. All right. All right. My favorite match was the one I was in the crowd for when I saw him live. He faced King Corbin, Elias, and Kevin Owens. He teamed with Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman, and that night I was in the crowd for.
Wow.
And
Nice.
his team won, and that night he passed the torch to Roman Reigns, saying this is his yard now.
Yeah.
Like I had chills seeing that from my own eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, his match against Shawn Michaels
Oh
is
yeah,
also one of the best. Ryleigh, what is your favorite match from the Dead Man?
I don't really have a favorite like Undertaker. Honestly, all of
Or have a moment.
a moment. Probably. Oh, I think it was WrestleMania when he faced Roman Reigns. That was just like the whole match. I was just like, oh my gosh, I love this. But I can say my least favorite match was, of course, when he lost the streak to Brock Lesnar. That just, that pissed me
That
off.
was a shocking
That was,
moment.
yeah, no, that just made me so mad. But like, Undertaker's my favorite legend of all time, and it's sad to see him retire, but it was definitely his time because he can't do it anymore. But I do hope that he does keep making appearances, not wrestling, but like making appearances. Because every time that bell hits, I just get chills, and I just love it, and I can never get enough of it. Not to
Yes.
mention the entrance he had at Survivor Series was like top notch. It was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Alright.
Seeing that from my own eyes and on TV, no matter what, it definitely hits chills down my spine.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Lucas.
All right. I got a couple matches in mind. I also got some moments in mind. Definitely the matches. Obviously, Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 25. That's obviously one of them. The second one is Undertaker vs. Triple H at WrestleMania 28. End of an era. You got Shawn Michaels as the referee. You got Triple H on the other side, but trying to end the streak and all this sort of stuff. And the match was so good. It was long, but it was well. What the hell?
Omar?
That's Omar.
Okay, I'm
Yeah,
about to say.
sorry.
Okay. Anyway, so it's just like the matchup was really good. The ending, almost the ending of the match. Switching music, the pedigree. The Undertaker just basically killing Triple H at the end. It was just awesome. Another match: CM Punk, Batista, Randy Orton. It goes on and on. I can go on and on about it, but best Undertaker moment, man. There's so many. Probably when he returned at Judgment Day in 2000, or when he debuted the Ministry of Darkness. That got me chills.
Yo, that gimmick and his current like normal being Dead Man gimmick are definitely two of my favorites.
Yeah.
Not to
The
mention
Ministry of
that Boneyard
Darkness
match.
was really scarier.
What you say, Larry?
And that Boneyard match, that was like so good.
Oh, that's you.
That was
That was
Oh,
also a good match.
yes.
so good.
Yeah, he was in his American Badass gimmick there.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. Woo!
The bandana. I didn't find my bandana though.
All right, well, Nick, what's your favorite match and moment from The Undertaker?
Matches, I think it's kind of the same as, probably everyone else here, at least Lucas that I know of. Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 25, and Triple H, WrestleMania 28. Those are probably some of his best matches, and I absolutely adore them. I think another favorite of mine was his match against Edge at WrestleMania 24. That was an amazing match.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, he has some great rivalries there.
And definitely
During his time.
the last. I think it was the last. It was either the last match. But it was the match that he had against Edge then at SummerSlam. That final one that was off the charts, awesome. In terms of moments, I actually have two. One of them was when he returned to the Dead Man character after like 4 years of being the American Badass at WrestleMania 20, coming out to face Kane. That moment was absolutely awesome. That was when we got the Druids for the first time, and Paul Bearer.
I love those Druids.
Yeah, and Paul Bearer went, "Oh yeah!"
Paul Bearer. We're gonna have to get to Paul Bearer in just a minute after
Undertaker, he's returned. Where's Kane? Where's Kane? I just see this weird bald man in the ring. Oh, this is not my son, damn it.
All right, Nick.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I went off. The other moment I was going to talk about was one that I don't think a lot of people think about is when he came out to pay respect to Ric Flair when he retired. That was like probably one of the few moments that I think Undertaker actually broke kayfabe. Like, it wasn't like a true breaking of kayfabe in the sense like talking or whatever, but I think that was like the closest we really got to something like that. And I just love that scene of just two absolute legends like embracing. And then Ric Flair went and ruined it by wrestling a few times in TNA, but we won't talk about that. Let's not refer to that time. Yeah, and who else needs to speak? I've lost track.
Josh.
Where do I begin? Definitely I have a couple of favorite matches of The Undertaker. First, starting off with the Royal Rumble 2010 against him and with him as the World Heavyweight Champion, going up against Rey Mysterio. That was a great match. Second would be him and Edge from WrestleMania 24. Third would have to be him versus Shawn Michaels, 25 and 26. And then him versus Triple H, 20. That was 28, I believe. WrestleMania 28, and then last but not least, I have to go with his match against. That's a tough one. Definitely his American Badass character, the Boneyard match that we had this past year was fantastic. I love that he came out to Metallica. That was just freaking great. From the Hardwired to Self-Destruct album. Now That We're Dead. That was a perfect song for him to come out with.
Yeah, we even did an album on that over on the Moshcast.
Yeah. Definitely my favorite moment of The Undertaker. Man, there's so many to choose. Definitely him coming out.
Just choose one, at least.
My top two.
One or two, that's totally fine.
The Dead Man gimmick is definitely one of them. And then him at WrestleMania this past year, returning one last time as the American Badass. Like, that gimmick is so damn cool. Like, you expect The Undertaker to be like this guy who takes souls and dig holes and put graves. But he comes out on a motorcycle, and now you see he's a badass. And him coming out to Limp Bizkit is just great. Keep rolling, keep rolling. Yeah.
Anyways, so speaking of The Undertaker, that segment that night, this past Sunday at Survivor Series, definitely had a lot of emotion to it. I must say the Paul Bearer part was a nice touch.
Yeah, the little hologram, that was definitely great. My heart was in love.
His spirit was there like that.
Yeah.
My time has come to let The Undertaker rest in peace.
That kind of just gave me
Word.
chills.
Those words sting a little bit.
That kind of like
Oh.
stung me in the back a little bit, but the thing that tore my heart to pieces was like the whole like. But what I loved at the very beginning when all the legends that came out and even legends that we even haven't seen in a long ass time, like the Godwins, Savio Vega.
Yeah, hey, I mean, The Undertaker had some great storylines and feuds with them.
But I want to give a shout out to the charismatic enigma Jeff Hardy. For that amazing face paint. I mean, my God, that was just an awesome touch. Like, did you guys see Jeff Hardy's face paint that looked like the Undertaker's logo?
Yeah.
That was just great.
Yeah, I just thought that was awesome.
That was awesome.
Shout out to Jeff Hardy.
I must say that was a great way to end off Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, whoever has the TV loud, can you turn it down a bit?
I don't think that's a TV, but hold
on. Okay, yeah, that was Nick.
Okay then.
Yeah.
Okay.
That like.
Anyways, can you unmute, Nick? You can unmute.
I think I'm being haunted, gentlemen and ladies.
But yeah, that segment had my heart in like pieces.
I think Paul Bear is coming back for my soul because.
Alright, so Omar, how'd you feel about that segment?
Oh my God, really so sad saying goodbye for the legend, the Phenom, the Undertaker, and American Badass. It's really sad. I even got my tears coming out. Really cried so hard. Because Undertaker's like a god to us. Us, like, we in childhood, we grew up with him. It was amazing, his matches.
Yeah. Me and Josh already went with ours.
Yeah.
Ryleigh.
By the way,
don't cut her off.
Josh.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, go ahead then.
Did anyone know that The Undertaker was doing cameos for $1,000?
Yes, that was insane.
Yes.
That was a
Oh
ripoff.
my God, no.
So,
as much as I'd love to have one from him, I don't want to waste that much money.
No way. I'm not gonna waste $1,000.
Yeah, $1,000, bruh.
I know he's a legend, but still.
I'd rather pay $1,000 for a shirtless Roman Reigns Funko Pop, for God's sake.
Anyways, go ahead, Ryleigh.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh my gosh, I've never cried so much in my life besides when Roman Reigns returned, of course. I love the Undertaker so much. I was not prepared for that moment, but you know, it has to be done so Undertaker doesn't hurt himself. But his legacy will forever be known. Like,
especially his past 30 years.
My kids, grandkids will know who the Undertaker is, for Christ's sake. But I mean, also, he had that weird collab with Snoop Dogg. Don't know what that was about, but that was super weird. But
oh yeah, I saw that.
I've never seen him go live on Instagram before.
The weird. Not to mention, Snoop Dogg was getting higher than
he was high as a motherfucker.
They have a collab.
It's just weird, but I love the Undertaker, and I always will.
Same.
All right, Lucas, your feelings about that segment?
Oh my God, that got me crying, man. You got okay. I know I cry a lot, but you guys never see me cry. But oh my God,
you guys never see me cry before either.
Yeah,
same.
Same. Like
same here.
I cried my ass off, and let's see, it was just one of your favorite Charter Heroes go. You know, it's just so sad. I got purple lighting for Undertaker up here, for God's sakes. But I really think that personally, this is probably the perfect way to end off Undertaker. Just don't put him in another match. Or
yeah, just don't. I mean, to me, I'm fine with him appearing as long as he doesn't wrestle.
Yeah,
exactly. He's been doing it for too much and all that sort of stuff. But I think the Paul Bear thing that got me crying. Just like everything going on.
Okay, Lucas, keep going.
All right, so as I was saying, after all that shit happened, all right, so basically, sorry guys, we had some difficulties basically. We're not gonna talk about it. Anyways, it just got me crying, you know. It's just got me crying, and just like a bunch of things happened. Paul Bear coming out, all this sort of stuff, and it's just like, a bunch of things. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's just emotional. Perfect way to rob the Undertaker, and all this sort of stuff. So.
Okay, outro's time.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for watching this episode of Crash and Burn. Hope you all enjoyed our Star Series review, despite some strange things that happened in this recording. Everyone, this podcast, Tuck Your Podcast. That's all I'm gonna say. Josh.
Anyways, we apologize for what happened before. It was an accident. It wasn't on purpose. We had some difficulties, so if you're wondering what happened to a full-on episode, just remember, editing software works. And thank you for watching. We hope you guys enjoyed Survivor Series as much as we did. Tell us in the comments, what Undertaker moment was your favorite from his career? 30 years. Man, what a legacy to be lived forever. And yeah, keep on rolling, dead man walking.
Okay, Ryleigh.
Okay, so as always, it's always amazing to I'm Crash and Burn. Thank you to The Undertaker for 30 freaking years. That was amazing. We will always love you, and I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving, because I did, even though I didn't really do anything, because in 2020. But other than that, follow me on social media, like, subscribe, comment, say what you're thankful for, say your favorite Undertaker moment, da 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 da. Anyways, thanks for watching.
Omar.
Well, all I want to say, thank you for watching Crash and Burn Podcast. Remember, reviewing Survivor Series 2020, Undertaker 30 years anniversary. We will always remember you. We will not forget you. Always in our hearts. Undertaker, for God, to us, to everyone.
Nick.
All right, thank you everybody for watching a very special episode of the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast. Once again, I want to give my congratulations to The Undertaker for 30 amazing years of just being probably one of the most entertaining professionals in the business. I want to wish him well in his retirement. Please, everybody, subscribe to the Crash and Burn Wrestling YouTube channel. Subscribe to the Talk Your Chin Podcast YouTube channel. Subscribe to the Moshcast YouTube channel. Subscribe to the Scoops Out Loud podcast YouTube channel as well. Go follow all these wonderful people on Instagram, on Snapchat, and whatever stuff. Thank you.
Thank you.
And by the way, yes, the buzzing sound coming from my house was indeed the unsettled soul of Paul Bearer coming to haunt us, and that was indeed the reason why our recording got cut off. We apologize for that on behalf of the spirit of Paul Bearer. Thank you, everybody, and stay safe, stay healthy, all that jazz, and yeah, have a wonderful, hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving as well. I'll put that out there as well.
Okay, Lucas.
There's no Lucas here tonight. It's the psychopath making an appearance. And Lucas is dead now, for now. I'll revive him. Don't worry about it. He'll be here for next week. This is psychopath speaking. Let me go ahead and say this. Y'all better like. Y'all better comment, subscribe. You better do all that. Or else.
Alright.
Goodbye.
Well, see you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
He's so hurt.
Crash and burn!